Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good evening. It's your boy TJ, aka Sly, along with.
This is Wednesday Rider.
Ah, my baby here.
Yo, it's your boy Kid in the Hood with no hood on again.
Hey, he's still rocking that hat.
I'm
He's still
sorry.
rocking that hat.
Hey,
you've been rocking that hat since birthday.
Hey, look.
Since the birthday.
I'm apologize to my hood because I'm aware. Okay, I promise you.
You lying?
Hey, look, I was gonna wear it.
Lab ass nigga. Loyal ass bitch.
Hey, it's an upgrade. He turned 22.
Right,
so now
right. He's
gotta
like,
wear
you
the
know,
adult
you
look,
have to say
right?
Kid in the hat, man. It
Right.
sounds a little more catchier. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So we should just change it on the spot. Just
All right, bet. We
Kid
change
in the
it.
hat.
All right, bet.
It's Kid in the hat.
It's going on Instagram right now.
bet.
Kid in the hat.
Just like that, y'all. We make things happen.
Yeah.
Right there.
Boom. Hold up.
Hey, we waiting for you, Cash. You need to hurry up and get
He just sent a message. I had to get a birthday
cake.
cake. Sorry. What did you go do? You know,
Hey,
order it on.
Shout out to Massa. I know we're gonna see him tonight, part 2 for his birthday. This dude was destroyed last night.
Yeah,
Oh my
for real.
gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
we
I
had a
hope he's
time.
I
having
would
good
never
hangover
party
food.
with them. Won't survive it.
You never know. We take care of you.
Maybe for my next birthday. Maybe
We'll
for
see
my
what's
next
up.
birthday.
Hey, look.
Hey, all I know is I'm looking forward because I know, I love my weekends, but I love when the weekend comes to a close, especially this weekend. We're going to go over
Yeah.
Wednesday Rider's house, and we're going to cook it up, and we're going to have a little family time. It's going to
Yes,
be a bomb.
I'm super
excited about that.
excited.
Yes. Hey, shout out to Precious. I see you on here, girl. She actually did my last photo shoot this past Wednesday.
Oh no,
And,
the one that I
she's a-
saw
she's an-
recently.
Yeah. She's an amateur, but
What's up?
those are not amateur skills. Like, if you go look at her work, go look at her album, everybody check it out. Precious McKendry, she is a phenomenal individual, very lovely work, so can't wait to see what you do more out here in Okinawa. Let's get right into it,
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's get it.
Speaking of, photography, it's a hobby. The first one I got, hobbies that match your age. I've been snooping.
Your age?
I've been exactly my point. Exactly my point. I was snooping on Okinawa venting, whatever, blah blah blah.
Okinawa
You know
rants.
how Okinawa rant and venting and all that stuff. And I'm not putting nobody names out there. You can barely put names out there because everybody goes anonymous when they be talking trash.
Right.
So
If you
people,
bold.
y'all see me live, so obviously I don't care what y'all say. You say what you want about me. I don't care. You can't say it to my face, so whatever. But one of the many posts that I read, was an individual. They talked about how if you're over the age of 30, if you're a man over the age of 30. And you're still playing video games, you need to get a new hobby, blah, 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 spend more time with your family, blah, 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 pay attention to your kids, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like...
Yeah, but what if you have a wife
that's
who
your
plays? I have
sexuality.
friends whose
Like,
wives play with them.
I honestly think that your hobby does not need to match your age.
It doesn't. That's why it's a hobby.
Exactly.
Yep.
Now, I mean, as long as you know how to do that hobby and do that hobby
multitask,
well,
Actually pull yourself out the game and actually
Now-
live your life and handle the things you gotta do.
Exactly.
Hey.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Hobbies should match the age of your soul.
Right.
Your spirit age.
Right.
Hobbies should match your spirit.
Shit, I don't know what my spirit
I'm still
is.
sick.
Because I like,
My spirit age is really young.
I'm
I'm saying, like,
Not a thing.
is drinking a hobby?
Whoa.
Wasn't it Angel Cherubs that had also a glass of wine?
Or
Or
I'm
is that
saying,
something
hey,
I wish?
Jesus had wine, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Jesus turned water into wine.
You know
So
what I'm
I'm
saying?
just
He knew what the
saying.
deal was. He like, look, this is too bland. We need to flavor it up a little
So
bit.
what are
No,
some
just
hobbies
playing.
out there? What are your hobbies?
I mean, everybody knows, of course, dancing. I love dancing. I mean,
Yes,
that's
yes.
that kind of goes into your love language, touch and so on and so forth. But I mean, honestly, like, I love watching movies, man. I'm a big movie buff. Like, I am one of those that will quote the hell out of a good ass movie, like
Hey,
for days.
You want to whip
know?
or blend that?
Whipped or blended, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real, man.
And I mean, I like different types of movies. Other than that, I mean, stuff that I consider a hobby is something that I'm not necessarily doing, like on a regular day basis. Is more or less, that's my me time type deal. So watching movies, dancing. If I could afford it, fucking getting tatted, some ornament. That is like therapy for me, dude. Like, that's a therapeutic hobby because I mean, being there, I'm getting inked up and I just relax, mellow out,
So we got a comment from Jersey. Dancing and drinking.
Hey, I'm
Hey,
with you. Where
hey,
you at
that's
tonight,
what-
Jersey? You need to make your way to
Hey.
Okie, and we
Good
can
flag
dance
out.
and drink.
And
You
we
know what I'm
got
saying?
Eating, tattoos.
Oh,
yeah.
she got my
Well,
heart.
no, that was Castle, not her. But
Oh,
definitely
Castle.
eating. I know Jersey.
Oh
I
yeah, hey
definitely
look, we
would
know
say
Castle
eating
love
for
eating.
Jersey.
We know Castle
Yeah.
love eating.
He's like bottomless.
He found him a new boo,
Aw.
and they both love eating.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's true.
Awesome.
I gotta show you a video later that we
So
took
wait,
of his
so they're
boo.
coming over tomorrow. Does that mean I'm
Yes.
gonna be like eating out of my house?
Yeah, probably.
No. If you pre-warn her,
No.
Like, hey,
pre-warn.
Okay, if
Like,
you
no, like,
you need to put a
literally, I was
padlock
about
on
to
your
leave the
refrigerator.
house today, and I was like, "Hey, look, stay your ass out of my damn fridge. All right,
Put a
Stay your
padlock
ass
on
in
your
the-
refrigerator. That's all I gotta say.
It's not like she's like a gluttony or greed about it. It's actually kind of cute. She's we'll all be chilling, whatever, and she's like, I'm hungry. Like we kind of knew you were about to say
Yeah,
that.
like-
Literally, like
Hey,
it's,
Hey,
I
look.
think
Well,
it's
they
weird.
compliment
It's a
each
pattern.
other,
It's
'cause
a
I
pattern
think-
because it's like we move from one spot, get to that spot. I'm hungry. All right, cool. So we're here. We're chilling. She ate. Go to another spot. Are y'all hungry? Because I'm hungry. I'm like, oh gosh.
I think eating could be the best
hey,
hobby.
hey, look.
Eating and sleeping are probably
Yes.
the oh my god. So
Yes.
when it comes
I
to
don't
me and
get enough of
wifey,
that.
oh
He's
man,
sleeping, I
sleeping.
mean, I don't get enough sleep.
Like yesterday when it was raining, that was perfect. Like wifey came home about a half an hour after it started raining real hard, and we both passed out watching our favorite show, and just I was like, that's the best freaking hobby. That's the best
Yes.
pastime. You know.
So I think my hobby is definitely dancing. I love dancing. I haven't been dancing lately, but dancing. I love listening to music and singing in the car.
Hey.
Hey, we was doing it today. You know.
I love singing in the car. Hey, Philly's in the house.
Shout out to the Queens, you know.
I love singing in the car. I'm not that good at it, and it drives my kids
Hey,
crazy. But
that's why
I
you
love
do it
it
in your car.
Yeah.
If they
And
don't
in
want to
the
be in the car,
house
they can
and-
get out. They can walk.
You know,
what
I
I'm
get
saying?
down to like Disney songs and.
Hey.
Oh, a whole new world.
Yes, thank you.
Yo.
So those are definitely my hobbies, and then I like to do crafty things, and I'll try anything once. So just
Oh, yeah,
for fun,
that's
you
what's
know.
But for me, I think one of my biggest hobbies, something that I really love to do, is a lot of people don't know, but I'm really like a strong music buff. Like I love listening to all types of music. Like if I can just like
Listen parties, dude.
like
You ever
just
You was in DC. Remember freaking
Bro.
listen parties you go to?
you
Oh
just-
my god.
you just sit there like
Like
Just chill. mellow
literally,
out.
yeah. You
just
just
mellow
you
out
get
and-
a couple people like, and I mean it's a perfect time to do it. Like you can get a hookah, you have
Yeah.
some vape in there. Everybody just blasting whatever new stuff come to mind, and then you just chilling.
So
you know,
you're a
relaxing.
poet, right? So back in my day,
I was a poet and I didn't even know it.
it. We used to listen to all sorts of different kinds of music, everything from like instrumental all the way to classic, any kind of music. And then we talk about like what images would come up in our minds, what and write lyrics after that. And
Oh, y'all do ciphers?
uh,
Hell yes. I used to go to a whole bunch of those.
You could drop
When
a
I was
song.
when I was in when I was before the Marine Corps, disclaimer, But yeah, I would when I was in college, I did I actually got into performing poetry. So that was a big part of my life, especially considering my artistic side comes
Spoken
from my
word?
mom.
You did spoken
Yeah,
word?
did a lot of it.
yeah.
And granted, I'm not gonna lie,
Is that
I'll
even-
say it on
is that
air.
still like a big thing? Is it? Yeah, I haven't.
Really
been
is.
to
I
a
know
spoken word in a really
a
long
few
time.
people that are still like back in like Houston is one of the really big hot spots. Houston, Chicago,
And you're clapping like
definitely
really?
New York. Like seeing it is awesome, but like when you're
Yes.
actually doing it yourself, it's amazing. And then like what I remember most is kind of like you said, like before a show would start. Hey, you guys, how you doing?
Hey.
What's up? Before a show would start, we would we would all put a little something in rotation, and puff pass. And we would start flowing based off of that. 'Cause that's how we kind of got warmed up for the night. And we would go out there and do our piece, and then it was just full magnetime, and I
For
miss
real.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know?
me too. I do too. I love that time.
But-
it was awesome.
But seriously, though, I don't think certain no hobby at all should be 3 and up or 30 and below or
No.
whatever. Come on, like
Not because
no.
like honestly, your hobbies are things that like that's how you get away. That's how you de-stress. Like, hey, like people can have. Some people don't know how hard your life is. Hey,
Get your behind in
on.
here. Let's
I know
go.
you hear us. Get in here.
Why you
You guys
smiling?
have to see. Wait, hold
See
on.
this
Look,
guy
look,
behind
look.
the glass.
Look.
Get your
You see
behind in
that?
here.
So that's sometimes when you see us looking
Oh,
out the window, it's because people are walking by and
Yeah.
Get in
Come on.
Get in here,
Nah,
sir.
but like you can de-stress. Like you feel really good after. Like, hey, you have a stressful day. Being in the Marine Corps, you have a stressful day. You're like, you know what? Fuck life.
Exactly.
You come home, listen to that music. You do what you do. Like, you know what?
Exactly.
Today's not that bad.
Now I can understand to the point of if that hobby is taking you away from your
Yes.
responsibilities. That's one thing.
then it's not a hobby.
Then it's not a
right?
hobby,
Then it's
right?
not a
Yeah,
hobby.
you're choosing that as a lifestyle in transition of, you know, hey, like your responsibilities that you have as a husband or as a
he
freaking
transitioned
whatever.
to try to be the kid in the hood.
Dang.
That's crazy.
So Castle just walked in, y'all.
Hey, that's
Right here.
disrespectful.
Where are you? Damn it! I need a better.
That's disrespectful. How you gonna-
Cass is in the building, everybody, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
now we can
Got him
actually
here.
Hello.
start. No, I'm just
What
kidding.
What are some
Okay,
of your
Eeyore.
hobbies, as you said?
I like to eat.
Yeah.
I like to.
Hey.
Konbawa.
Aw, so cute.
I like to eat. I know I already said that, but I really like to eat.
Yeah. we know.
So do you like to eat?
I got like 4 bags of shrimp for tomorrow. Are you kidding?
I like to make music. I love making music. That's my favorite pastime. Graphic designing.
Your boo just hit me up.
Ooh.
She said, "I heard you talking about me."
Hey,
She
Not
said, "I
you,
don't."
us.
She
I
said,
know-
"I don't
About
just
her.
eat and sleep. Sometimes I like annoying Lex and Austin."
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go on the record and say I was not here when it was shit talking.
Hey,
He
hey,
wasn't.
hey,
I
hey,
will vouch
Lila,
for
hey,
him.
Lila. You know
He
we
wasn't.
love you. You know we love you. We still don't worry. I'm not gonna put that video up. You know,
Oh, video.
Hey, that's
Alright,
that's
so
23
I'm
minutes.
excited. Let's.
seriously, gumbo tomorrow.
It's gonna take her like an hour to finish one bowl. Just
You guys need to get home earlier than that. I'm not eating at no 7 o'clock.
They
at
gotta
night.
get home. I ain't gotta go.
I really
I'll
ain't gotta do
catch a
anything
cab home.
anymore.
You know?
I really ain't gotta do anything anymore.
All
Right. So let's get into one of the topics you talked
Yes,
about.
I don't mean to rush it. I'm just
No,
super
I
excited.
like yeah.
Yeah,
I
hey.
wanna-
I want to get on the first one you touched on, the
God.
engaged couple having flings and
Yeah.
stuff.
Hey, having a
So-
one-off.
I want
First
you
of
to
all,
just bring
thank
that
you so
story
much,
up.
everybody, for like sending me your questions for the guys. So I get messages, or I'll be talking to friends, and they'll say, "Hey, ask the guys," because it's just
That's us,
one
right?
gal.
Yeah,
right?
we the guys. We the guys.
Ask the guys. Okay, so here's the first scenario that I got. Okay, so my friend tells me that his friend, male, is engaged, super
Asking for a
is
friend.
in love and all that good stuff, and so he says, and is engaged. He has a female friend that they've been friends for a very long time, and since starting to date his girlfriend and now fiance, and since becoming engaged, his female friend has been more open about showing off her interest in him. And there's always been this like
since they've been engaged, right?
right,
So
right.
backtrack. His friend.
Prior to that, his friend and his female friend have always had like a little bit of a flirty kind of friendship, you know, but nothing ever happened. It was strictly platonic.
Check.
Right?
Got that one out the way.
Yep. So, since becoming engaged and getting closer to the wedding date and all that good stuff, things have gotten even more risque, and she's been more and more open, and he's been more and more open, and they end up having a full-on
You said
Bang.
ended up having a
full-on day of fling, like didn't leave the room for the entire day. So my friend is telling me this story about his friend.
Great day.
And I'm like, are you sure this is your friend? So the question to the guys is, so he said, what do you think about that? Wednesday, right? And I'm like, he shouldn't get married.
Facts.
And he said, well, ask the guys. Let's, ask the guys. What do the guys think? Because he thought, he's just getting it out of the way, less fling before getting married, blah, blah, blah. What do you guys think out there? Send messages. Let me know what you think.
Getting it out of the way is something you should do before you're engaged.
Thank you.
That is,
Words of wisdom from another male.
So they got this thing called a hoe phase, or whatever y'all call it nowadays.
You're right.
But that should definitely happen before you're engaged. 'Cause
Before you're in a relationship.
engagement,
Right.
a lot of the time there is a ring
before you
involved.
get in a
There is some
monogamous
sort of
Monogamous
Before
relationship.
you get in a monogamous relationship, because here's the thing, like, we're in a day and age now where you just say relationship and it's just like that means we're open, or that means we still do what the fuck we want to do.
Does that mean that I need to define what I need to get? Let me write down what relationship means to you. Damn it, that's like another question I have to ask now when I go when I meet someone and I have genuine
what kind of relationship you trying to have with me?
It's sad that it gets to that point.
Yeah, it is.
But I mean, to harp on what Cass was saying, like, yeah, if you're ever having that inkling of a thought, like, I'm gonna just get this out the way before it's official and I got the ring on the finger. Like, nah, dude, you don't do it. You should have already done that before, you got your panties in a bunch and you say you're gonna get married,
Yeah, no kidding. Kidding. My thought was, if he, he's engaged and he supposedly loves his girlfriend, which I'm sure there is love there for whatever, right? But you're breaking an agreement of monogamy. While you're engaged, you're breaking a commitment, right, for you to be just for your partner. And more importantly, I thought, well, if he felt that itch, because that's how he described it. Well, he had an itch to just get it out of the way, right? So what's going to happen, 5-10 years from now?
That's what I'm saying. When you go ahead and scratch that itch,
you're gonna have another.
You're gonna have another one right off the bat, and I mean it
and
gives you
when it's
things.
Show up. Sly is gonna show up when he and his wife have the biggest fight, and he's gonna start reminiscing on this girl that he had for 24 hours.
Oh yeah, that old flame.
Right. Let me hit her up because they're friends.
I want to see you right now.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that sucks, though. It doesn't get any easier. Whether you're engaged or whether you're already married. I mean, the fact is, it all goes back to your choice and loving who you say you're gonna love, and making sure that it's clearly defined. How are you gonna love that person? Are you gonna love that person, monogamous? That is the definition of your relationship, or are you gonna love them any other kind of way, or are you gonna make sure you communicate? Because I mean, I'm not trying to bat for him, but I will say, like, hey, look, if you already, I'll play devil's advocate. If you already talked to your significant other about it beforehand, and y'all have come to terms with it, then that's your prerogative. Right. But 9 times out of 10, let's be real, that's not what happened.
That wasn't the impression that the fiance doesn't even know about. And here's what's worse. So this person he slept with has been his friend for a really long time, which means his fiance knows her.
That means she ain't going nowhere.
She's not going anywhere, exactly. So
which means fiance is gonna find out.
Yeah,
I guarantee you.
And
Stuff when it's stuff like that, I'll be really, really brutally honest right now. Like, there was a young lady that I used to know while I was in the Marine Corps, and this was when me and my wife were just dating. I knew her beforehand, and introduced her to wifey like I do any other female that, is a friend, so to speak. I didn't know the girl had feelings for me. I'm not gonna lie. I was totally like, hey, we're in platonic phase. Like, whatever. I ain't got nothing on you. So, and at the same time, she was in a relationship. So I was like, I'm not really worried about you. So when she was going through her whatever battle of her relationship with her significant other, I was, hey, it'll be okay, blah, 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 cry, whatever, cry you a river, let's go drink, chill, whatever. Wifey did the whole, women's intuition, she wants you. I'm like, what?
Nah. We know, too, when that...
No, she don't.
And then we always get that same response. Nope, no, she don't.
Because guys honestly don't know.
Seriously.
Guys honestly don't know.
But y'all don't listen. You guys don't listen.
Seriously, most of the time we're not, if we're really not looking into it that way, we're just like, nah, it can't happen. And it's really because we're not feeling the same way. That's the reason why. It's like, nah, she don't like me because I don't like her, and she know I don't like her. Right? Okay, yeah, bet. End the discussion. So, once I found out that she did, I was like, hey, man, you trying to get me in trouble with the missus. Like, I'm going to need you back the fuck off.
And that was the thing, right? Like, I said, well, that was a big, huge risk he took. Like, that's a risk of losing your entire relationship, your entire engagement, the person that you were saying.
The fucked up part?
Once she finds out. And that was what surprised me the most, that he still took on that risk despite knowing that he could lose this person, which led me to say he should not get married.
Here's what I think happened. Is it her that made the first move though? Well, she made the first move?
Well,
or
I think there's been this dance of flirtation for a very long time.
You know why he's risking it? This is why he's risking it. Because he knows, hey, look, if I lose wifey, whom he's probably known for a shorter amount of time than he's known his friend,
right.
he's still got his friend to bounce back on.
Right, and
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
a gamble.
it sucks.
That's a
It
gamble.
sucks. That is a gamble, but he's already weighed. He's already
and
weighed.
then
If he doesn't
It's already
lose,
been measured.
If he doesn't lose wifey, he.
So, and what I
Yes,
found
too.
interesting was that,
That's a dog move. What do you
he
mean that's a
said
move?
that his friend had never, or the girl had never shown advancements towards him and had never shown like that
front
kind
of
of
the
interest.
fiancé?
No, in friendship. And then suddenly she's now, and I'm like, no, things like that don't happen suddenly. He must have opened up also an opportunity of flirtation at a different level, right? Because it's always been really playful and fun.
Probably
But
in a
now-
sense to where he didn't know though. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like I know. There's been times where I know the type of person I am. You know, like if I know I'm a hugger. I like hugging. So it's like some people may take that. Oh my God, he hugged me, huh? Like, yeah, I hugged you. It was a church hug. We had space in between us. Why you tripping?
Leave room for Jesus.
You know. So it's not even like that. But they're taking it as you touched me. Huh?
No,
What?
because remember they've
People are-
been friends for
do
many
that?
many years,
No.
and
Like
so
I,
and he
you want a
said,
handshake that's still touching you? Like what the fuck?
he said, he just wanted to get it out of the way before he knew he was gonna get married and commit to his wife for the rest of his
Well,
life. And I
the
was just
engagement
like,
is a kind of a commitment. I mean, sometimes, a lot of the
Right.
time, there's a ring involved. So you're at some level of commitment. If you haven't figured out that you want that, then why are you engaged in the first place?
Right,
Is it like
right.
a promise?
For me,
is it
like
a consensus? Like, do you agree also?
yeah, I completely agree with everybody's saying. But going back to like where these feelings are coming from, like it may not have been the guy necessarily. He may not have really done anything, but like because
he ended in bed with her. By
well, no, it's like for my past ex. So how me and my ex got together was she saw that I was literally about to leave because it was. So I was in California, and when I came back, was coming back to Maryland, I was going straight to boot camp. So she saw that as that was the opportunity of her losing me. So what she did was she's like, well, let me confess all these feelings.
So let's say she did that, right? Let's say, oh my God, he's getting married. Let me confess all these feelings. Blah blah blah.
Hey, that was
He
in a
still
movie.
landed. He still landed
What
in
was that
bed
movie
with
called?
her.
Brown Sugar? I was in a couple of movies, you know?
So it doesn't make it right, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I can confess to you all my feelings, Sly, and you would be like, no, because
they're
you're
just-
married, right? I mean, I don't know.
At the same time, like, granted, going back to what you said, as far as the definition of an engagement, yes, it can be, you're supposed to still be monogamous, It's supposed to be that inkling there, like, hey, look, this is what we're about. But that can also be a period of validity in the sense of, hey, look, like, this is that time to make sure this is exactly what we want. This is that. To me, sometimes I think engagement can be interpreted as this is your last time to really, really think about, do you really want to take this step before you sign
Before
your name on
engagement,
there?
or like you should have those
during
conversations.
engagement.
No,
That's
I don't
what I'm
agree.
saying. Like during that time of the engagement, that should be that continually going over it and confirming it. Like, this is what we want. This is what we want. This is what we want.
Right,
I
and you
think
elongate
Because
the engagement.
it can be different when it comes to that dating period and then leading up to your making the engagement, because it could be one of those, how long since your last relationship? Well, if your last relationship wasn't for 2-3 years or whatever, and it's been a minute, you haven't been on the dating scene, then of course, you're gonna feel that, oh man, this person I've been with for the past
6 months.
6 months, 9 months to a year or whatever, I want them. Bam. You say that now, but because you haven't been in the dating scene for a minute and because you haven't really been out hauling around or whatever, you've been taking care of business, because of all that, you may fuck yourself and come up against a thing where it's like you're in the middle of that engagement. You're 3 months into your engagement. It's another 6-9 months out before you get married officially, and bam, some flame hits you up when you're at a library, you're at a Starbucks drinking a vanilla latte, like, I mean, that can happen.
So, yeah, but you
so
know
it can an engagement can be defined and interpreted in different ways depending upon the variable of those two individuals.
Okay. So I hear what you're saying, and I don't entirely agree or disagree. I think that at any stage you can meet somebody, whether, I broke up with somebody 3 months ago, meet somebody now, and have been dating them for 3 months and be like, oh my God, he's the one. Because I'm in that state of euphoria. Yeah. It happens. I know plenty of people that it's happened to. You're in that state of euphoria, you're hitting all the right wickets, and you're like, yeah, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, and the next thing you know, you buy yourself a ring or receive a ring, right? I, first of all, don't think anyone should get engaged unless they've been with the person for 2 years. Because at that stage, that sense of euphoria has shifted, which is what you're talking about. Then you start having this conversation of, oh, I really do want to spend my life with this person. And you start looking at all those wickets of whether or not it's going to be very long-term. Can I bring some of that euphoria that's died down and simmered out a little bit into my long-term thinking that I want to spend with this person, right?
Exactly.
Then after that, once you've crossed all your X's and O's, then you can say, I'm ready to pop the question. Because what happens during the stage of engagement and the way our society defines engagement, that means you are strictly monogamous to that person, unless there's an underlying agreement, right, that we're going to have an open marriage or whatever, toots their horn. At that stage is where your full-on commitment is there. You're going to see Bridezilla, you're going to see the tweaking of the family, you're going to get all of that good stuff right in that stage of engagement. So at that stage, you're saying you should be thinking, oh, do I really want to commit to this person? No, it's long before that stage. That's how I see it. We got a comment from Philly.
What up, Philly?
But why the female friend? He could have found someone else for that itch.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta think about it.
No,
if they're friends,
he shouldn't be itching.
He should. If he's itching, use your hands to scratch.
Philly, what's up? What you doing to us?
No, but still, at
why
the
the
same
friend?
Why the female friend?
Not the itch on the arm. Let me get the one under the arm. No.
If it's his female friend that they've been friends for how long now, and just nonchalantly do they just up and take care of that itch? In my opinion, I don't think it's the first time.
You know why I think it's a friend? You know why I think it, not to agree with this situation, but in a sense of why I think the friend would probably be a better choice sometimes over just a regular person. One, if you just meet a regular person, I mean, you don't know the chances of what you're going to contract, blah, blah, blah.
Hopefully you're using protection.
If this, and you don't know enough of this person, Of course, yeah, you can hit it, quit it, and then be done with it, type deal. But in the same instance, it's I think he's choosing the friend because, again, it points back to knowing what he's gambling.
That's more dangerous. Knowing what he's emotional investment with that person.
Understandable, but because he's an idiot and he, he's thinking, hey, look, if I gamble this, I'm going to lose this one. But I still have this one. He's thinking it. He's thinking it.
Yeah, what if the female friend says, I just had an itch and I wanted to get it out of the way before you got married, and I don't want to.
If you got an itch, you ain't sleeping with me.
Right.
I think it depends on
burn.
Burn. Too many crabs. Too much seafood
they got
in here.
Medication for that shit.
Oh, God.
That's why we're not putting crab in the gumbo. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that one. You stay with the shrimps.
Jersey says it's hard to do, afraid of losing a friendship. And I know that there's a delay in this.
If your friends can't be your friend after the fact that you find somebody that you think you're compatible with, they're probably not a very good friend.
Not at all. Thank you.
They
Amen
cannot.
to that.
They cannot support you 100%. You can be against your friend's partner, but if you just straight up we're not friends anymore because of it, then you're a shitty friend anyway. I have a lot of those.
You guys have a fan. Philly says, I always love the guy's comments. The friend is too close and would tell. Ooh. That's another risk. What if the friend tells? What if the friend falls in love and says, you know what, I'm going to ruin your life?
That's another gamble that can be a 50-50 because you might be with the friend. You might be with the friend because they won't tell. It could be a flop because
I think there's too many variables. It's such a gamble. I don't know, guys. If you're engaged, don't sleep with your friends or anybody else.
Hey, just be loyal. Just be loyal.
Hey, don't have sex until you're married anyway.
Talk to your partner and say, hey, you know what? I saw this person and I had a different kind of feeling for them. Let's talk about it.
These are details that should always be brought up way before you even think of engagement. You know, that should be during the dating phase. That points to your next subject. You know, I'm saying that I want to hear that one too.
Oh, wait. So we got a comment that says, I've seen my friend through 3 marriages.
Oh.
And now is when I stepped in.
Stepped in to cure the itch.
What kind of stepped in are we talking about?
You stepped in. You became the 4th marriage. What? What's going on?
I think that's the man. I don't know.
You trying to guide your friend?
Did this just turn into confessions?
Hey,
these are my confessions.
So that was a great topic for LA. If you're listening or watching, that's your response from the guys.
Exactly.
Shout out to LA.
That's how we tell it. Don't get mad at us, all right? So, next subject. Details. When it comes to, you know, whether you're in a relationship or about to enter a relationship, I think it's very, very important that certain details about yourself should come out. And I know you got the backstory on that, so please explain.
All right, so I got another request for your guys' opinion.
I like how you said that too. It's opinion, people. This isn't facts.
Right. These are
opinions.
opinions. These are our personal opinions.
This is how we feel, what we think. All right.
All right. So you guys are ready?
Yeah.
Okay, because they're not asking me. They want to know what you guys think. So a friend bumped into an ex-boyfriend from about like 20 years ago, and was super excited, reconnected, and talked about, you know, their past relationship and why they broke up and all that good stuff. And in their excitement, he asks her to go out on a dinner date. You know, we should get together. Let's have dinner. Blah, blah,
cordial.
blah. Right. Very nice. Right. And there was that chemistry again and all that good stuff. So she's excited. She goes to dinner. They're talking. They're making plans. And he slides into the conversation. Oh, and I have a girlfriend.
See,
she built herself up. She built him up in her head that it was going to go.
No, I think
he
built
built
her up. Because remember, this is this is a person of age, a mature person,
20,
right? So
20 what?
So no, they were
dating in 20 years ago, right? So
age don't make you mature. I'm just saying,
okay,
you know?
okay. But
I got past bosses that I used to mess with, you know, and they ain't very mature.
So okay, so a little bit more backdrop from that.
Same. Freedom.
The conversation that was had was to lead her to believe that he was single, right? And that's why.
Why?
So
what
she asked.
So they just went out to dinner? Is that it?
No, it was the first encounter that led her to believe he was interested.
So what did he do in that first?
If you're listening, chime in.
That's what I want to know. That's what kind of gives that.
We need more details.
Because at the same time, like you gotta also look at it where she said something or something happened that he proceeded to like, wait, okay. This is going down the wrong path. So, let me tell her this now.
Hold on, guys. This is on the second encounter. The first encounter, when they're reminiscing and they're talking about, oh, you know, I'm divorced. She's sharing, I'm divorced. I have 3 grown kids. Remember, it's been 20 years. He failed to say in that, oh, and I have a girlfriend and I'm in his place in life. He didn't say that.
Yeah.
So... All right, so
when
wait,
you're
hold
both
up.
sharing
Wait, let me turn it back. Wait, hold on. Wait,
so,
hold on.
okay, why? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you say
this kind of goes back to what we were saying before we got on the air. Like, if you don't ask, I ain't got to share.
Hey.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying
you said that. You said that.
I did.
No.
So we're talking about evasiveness. Before we got on air, we talked about being evasive, right? So why choose to not share that detail, especially if you see excitement in the female, like, oh my God, you look so
because you can. So maybe it's just a guy's perspective. You can be, you know, you can talk about past relationship. You can talk about whatever in the past, right? And absolutely have no interest other than a friendly interest towards that person. For example, you know, I could have dated somebody a couple of years ago and, you know, still like them as a person, but obviously we didn't work out then. I don't foresee us working out now. We talk. I don't have to. This is just me. I don't have to tell you. Oh yeah,
what I'm currently doing.
I forgot one detail.
She didn't have to tell him that.
And when they met up again, there were phone calls and connection, right?
How long in between the 2 encounters? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
Because he could have easily got a girlfriend in between those 2 encounters.
No, it's been a long time girlfriend.
But
So here's
anyways,
what my
he
theory
doesn't
is.
have to tell her anything as well. She
It's
played
a choice.
herself. It was her choice to tell him that. She didn't have to. That
You're
was none of his
You're
business
right.
either.
That is true.
So if she chose to tell him and he didn't choose to tell her, I do give props to the man for actually
If anything,
telling her
should.
eventually.
She should be very, very happy at the fact that,
because there are a lot of
I'm
men
not
that
saying
will
she
not.
should be happy, but I mean, you know,
Like
she should
acknowledge it.
not be disappointed with herself, one, and then at the
No.
same time, kudos to him for bringing that up, regardless. Like, because
and
again,
she
it could have
didn't tell
been.
me if she asked him. She didn't tell me if she said, "Oh, are you in a relationship?" And that's how she found out.
That was going
right?
to be my point.
Right.
Is
So
even
I don't
if
know
if
how
I don't bring
he
it
was
up,
disclosed.
if I don't bring it up, and obviously, you know, it's one of those like, okay, it has been brought up, but you brought it upon yourself to say something, then that's one of those, okay, wait, you know, I said this about me, you haven't said anything yet,
Right.
let me ask you.
So we have a question. That's an important detail he left out. Why ask her out and not mention it? Because he asked her out on a date.
So
my love life is an important detail that I have to mention
If
to
you
somebody else.
ask someone out
So
on
To
a
dinner,
date,
to dinner is a gesture.
Exactly.
It's not
it is
not
a
romantic
if I-
at all.
if I asked you-
you
Nowadays-
guys can't possibly be
nowadays-
this innocent, gentlemen. Come on, you cannot be this innocent.
I have taken individuals out on
So-
a dinner date. Like literally, we're just gonna go out, we're gonna chill, we're gonna have some
Right.
dinner, we're gonna talk, and that's it.
Okay. Yes.
That-
No.
It's
that's
catching
it.
up with
Take
people.
yourself-
And that's one of those like I don't bring it upon myself to be like I'm hitting
Comments
on
rolling
you, whatever,
into
whatever.
I mean, it's better than.
Jersey says he had an itch. Billy says exactly.
It's better
He had
than.
an itch.
I think he had an itch and he was
look,
trying
this
to,
is what
to
happened.
feel
Look,
the temperature
He
of
had
the
an
water.
itch. He didn't itch it himself. He saw a massage chair and went ahead and paid and just sat in.
And then again, I can play
That's what happened.
devil's advocate, and he
come
took an
on.
interest in her, you know, and you know they're talking, and she drops a, oh yeah, I have 3 kids. Oh yeah, you know, well, I'm actually dating somebody. so-
Right.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
don't know the content of the
No,
conversation.
no,
I
and-
just found it really interesting
and
that,
that's-
you know, whatever, a week
that's
or
why I
2
said-
weeks later, we're planning on having this dinner date, and then suddenly you drop. And I, you know, just share.
nothing
I
Wait.
want
wrong
to
with
know
that.
where this dinner date was, because I mean, if it was like, okay, we're going to.
matter.
Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
it does.
Because
Things like that do matter to guys.
So if me and you catch up, right, and like say we go to
Tayo Steakhouse, where you gotta
where?
wear a fucking jacket, right?
Yes,
Where-
yes.
Something to Tayo
Like if you're-
Steakhouse.
Tayo
I don't
Steakhouse.
know, because you could take me to, like, you know, one of the street
If
cars
I'm
and buy
catching
Brazil
up,
No,
food,
no.
and
if
I'd
I'm
be
catching
like,
up with you, I'm not spending
Honestly,
$200 to
you know
go
what I'm
She
saying?
said
eat.
there
Bro.
was chemistry, guys. She said there was chemistry, which
Well,
means that there was flirtation.
So wait.
which
Females always.
I don't know. If
They-
us-
they assume
Let's
quite
go
a bit.
back. Let's go back. I think
God,
she
help me.
assumed there was chemistry.
Yeah.
fact.
There was
If
an
you don't
assumption
ask,
that-
you
Wait,
will
wait,
never
wait,
know.
wait. Jersey says she was there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Were you helping
okay.
cure that
Jersey,
itch?
what's going on? What's going on, Jersey?
What happened? What happened, Jersey?
Yeah, please let us know.
Helping cure that itch?
Oh my god. So, another comment, another entry. From
Nuh-uh.
If he really respects his girlfriend, that would have been one of the first things he would have.
Hey, look, I just
said.
wanna say-
He would have.
Who said that? Did a female
Yeah.
say that?
Hey, look,
I
that's what
guarantee
I'm-
a female.
That's what I'm
said
about to
that.
say.
Look,
All right, guys
I
out
can-
there. I know I have some guys watching. Chime in, please.
I can take someone out, okay, and I can tell them what I need to tell them, what needs to be told, okay, from me, and then I can go back and tell my wife, hey, look, this is what I did, or beforehand,
It's
look,
got-
this is what I'm going to
it's
do.
not-
now.
Yeah.
That's still respecting her.
It's
too.
got
Yeah.
nothing to do
I
with
don't have to-
respect
I don't have
for
to
my
bring
partner.
Up my wife. I don't
Yeah.
have to bring up my wife to every single person I meet.
No, you
That's
don't. But
my
you know
wife.
what?
Hey,
Let
I'm
me-
married.
So
My
here's
baby.
okay.
I'm married,
let
but
me turn it around. Let me
that
turn
shit
it
don't
around.
work.
What
Yeah,
if you
it don't
and I
work.
wait? Let me turn it around. What if you and I meet up and I'm super excited to see you and I'm all that fun stuff, and in that encounter I'm clearly giving you vibes that, oh my god, I'm, you know, my.
Then you know what I do? I
I-
ask questions.
Yes.
I will say, so are you dating anybody?
Wait,
are you
why
married?
are you asking questions and not saying, so, you know what, I'm in a relationship right now. What are you
Re-
doing right now with your life?
Why-
Why wait?
why
Why
you gotta
ask
tell my story?
questions?
You
Why
ask
why,
a question to acquire information.
You know
Why-
what? You know what? Most guys don't want to say.
Oh,
Even
Hey,
my
Jersey.
phone is excited.
Hey, Jersey, come back.
The reason why most guys don't, I'm not gonna say don't want to
Sorry,
say something.
guys.
Let me reiterate
Hold
that.
it,
The reason
hold
why
it,
most
hold it.
guys are very choosy in what they say is women 9 times out of 10, what are you gonna do? You're probably gonna snoop around.
And you
Yeah,
gonna
yeah. You done already
Probably
did
gonna
your
snoop
Facebook
around.
FBI
If I
search.
don't tell you, if I don't tell you, you're gonna snoop around. If I do tell you,
you still gonna
snoop around. So
just go snoop.
Whether or not, you know.
Are you gonna ask rhetorical questions?
I see you itching. I see you itching. I'm gonna let you try and find out where.
But also, like my question is,
trying to test the waters and see if he could get back into the pants of his old
real
boy.
quick.
Then why would he say something about his girlfriend?
Hold on, real quick. I got my boy American Yin, Amir Strokes out here. He's shout out to you, man. I know you going back to the States soon. So the topic is right now attention to detail. So when you meet up with someone or old or new.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
All right, Jersey.
It gets even better. After an encounter, had a quick convo, and then he put his phone number in my phone and said, we need to talk. We have to get together. He's getting divorced, but failed to tell me he was in a relationship. So not only is he still married and in the process of a divorce, but then he has a girlfriend that he's in a relationship with, and now is slipping phone numbers into other women.
See, those are the kind of details we need at the beginning, because I'm out here defending this man.
Yeah, we defending this man. Hold up.
Now it's a different story.
All right, so let's hear it now.
So now we
I
know.
didn't have
Now
those
we know
skills
what
before.
the angle is. If
Right?
you said that
He had an
beginning,
itch, ladies. We knew
All right,
it even
so-
before we
so-
heard the whole thing.
all right, look.
We knew it.
LA?
No, y'all do have a...
Jersey.
That's Jersey.
Jersey.
Jersey,
All right.
we're gonna need you to bring that to the
All
store
right.
a little bit
So,
earlier, okay?
so look, from my perspective, this is
Typical female leaving details out.
So this is what I see. This is what I see. My man just got I don't know how long his marriage was. He just got out of a marriage.
That's cool.
And he was like, you know
It
what?
doesn't work right.
I'm gonna go back being a hoe. Cool. I got one committed relationship. I always know I can fall back on her. Now, shit, I don't always want to be with her. So now he's just trying to fill out his deck with hoes.
You can
not
go
calling
out
her
in
a
the
hoe.
field, just not in this field. Like, go do your whole business
So-
somewhere
so-
else.
Who are you to tell me where I should practice
Yeah.
my profession?
That's all he's doing, man.
That was good.
That was good. That was nice. That was nice.
That was clearly his profession. Jersey, we agree with you.
Yeah.
He was
All right,
definitely
all right,
having
Jersey.
an itch.
All right, Jersey.
Yeah, we agree with you now.
Wait.
You might want to add all the
hold up.
details next time.
Hold up. Is he still texting your phone right now? That's the real question. And you knowing all of this information, what are you doing?
You still interested though?
Yeah,
huh?
that's what I
Girls
wanna know.
Love that shit.
I'm still thinking
They
about that now.
love to entertain
women?
stuff like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Well,
Y'all will lead a guy on all the way into his death.
man, I gotta show you guys. They are so like
Like
excited.
we are Jersey. I need full information. Come on now.
So,
over
Mr.
there.
Loyal, why you saying that?
Whoa.
I led you on.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Why are we bringing it back to my life?
They
How did
always
we
make
go?
it personal
Always-
with Kid. I
always
feel so
doing this.
sad.
Real hype.
Sound butthurt.
Yes, she said
real hype right
absolutely.
now.
Oh, he's still hitting your phone.
And you're still entertaining.
You still
it.
texting
Yeah,
him back?
she's single. No,
Wow.
kidding.
wow.
I don't know. I don't speak for her. I don't
She's
speak for her.
still entertaining it.
Yeah.
I don't
After
know.
knowing all of
I don't
this.
know. She didn't say whether or not she's
it's
entertaining.
a
But
human,
it's interesting.
It's a human
It's really
thing to still
interesting.
entertain old stuff or new stuff. Either way, right, Mr. Loyal?
And they were.
Who am I entertaining?
You're gonna
Oh,
get
I
in
don't know.
trouble.
Let's be honest. Put it out on the table. Go ahead.
God,
Put it out on the table.
No, we ain't gonna put
Tell-
names.
Oh,
Chill out.
put that hat back on. Don't you
Chill
don't you
out.
come at
He
me.
got nervous. He said,
Don't-
"Chill
chill
out,
out.
chill out."
Don't do that.
Hey, cool out.
Hey, yeah.
cool out.
You're right.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna be sleeping on somebody else's couch.
All
You
right.
already sleep with a couch.
Oh, she gave you caps. Yes, I'm single, and no, I'm not entertaining.
All right, so then block his number. But
Anyway,
that's
so-
offline.
Next
So I think we
subject.
solved
Next
that.
subject. That was a good one.
That was
a
good one,
one. Okay, so the post that I sent earlier this week about
Oh,
about
fuck
the
that
bride.
flash.
Oh my gosh,
Yo.
that's a
Hey,
pretty good one. Right
quick disclaimer.
Yeah.
I don't know her, but fuck that bitch.
So give me the backstory.
So the
they know what we're
backstory,
talking
the
about.
backstory. Okay, young lady getting married. You know, sends out the invitation. It was supposed to be a black tie optional.
Keyword optional.
Optional to the event. Okay, so she's getting married. So obviously, you know, she's sounding a little bridezilla right now. And
Okay, Jersey, I see.
no, Jersey, be off the subject. Stop shit. So the her husband or soon to be husband, the groom, family friend of his comes to the wedding in his dress blues. He's a Marine, and I guess you know he gets too much attention to her liking, and she asked him to leave.
Oh my goodness, that just
All right.
my blood.
So
Now, honestly, I'm not gonna totally agree, but I will say that I think on both sides things could have been done differently.
for real.
I think that
Don't be a boot and wear your blues.
She should have let
Sergeant.
She should have let the groom handle it. If that's his party, she should have let the groom handle it. And at the same time, I think that if you're gonna say a black tie event optional, you should also say what you should not bring, because obviously your soon to be has a friend that's in the Marines.
So it wasn't the bride's the groom's immediate. It was a friend.
Family friend.
Family close friend. Mm-hmm. Family close friend. And
is that traditional? Like, is that something that you guys would do normally?
For Marines, for 9 times out of 10, if we go to a function, something that what's the word? Elegant, formal. That attire is what we
appropriate.
You would. Okay.
That's the attire that we would wear.
So it wasn't a miscalculation on the Marines side.
No.
Okay.
This is just me personally, and I'm sure there's a lot of other Marines or servicemen, women that feel the same. I try and keep the military out of my personal life as much as possible. Now, say a buddy of mine was in the Marines and he is getting married and he is in his blues, then yes, I would probably wear mine to support him. If you want me to. But 9 times out of 10, if I'm just going to a wedding as a friend and neither of you guys are military,
you would wear
I would wear.
But then again,
little.
At the same time,
also look.
The groom knew.
9 times out of 10, like
keep
in mind though. I don't know what the rank of the individual was.
Sergeant.
But
Sergeant.
He was a sergeant, right? So
he's still a boot.
He could have been a boot.
Yeah.
He could have been like a fucking 2-year Marine and he is sergeant. That shit happens, motherfuckers rank up quick.
No,
but
then also you got
she kicked him out of the wedding, and that's a family friend of her
I think that was
husband.
inappropriate.
Yeah.
I think it should have been one of those, talk to him about it, like, hey, look, I think you're causing, you're a little overdressed, or you're getting too much attention. Can you diet down a little bit? Whatever. Talk to the individual, because when reading the article, he was very polite about the situation. Didn't make anything belligerent. Didn't make a scene, and he left without any hush. And
this
at
was
that,
in the wedding, right?
I think,
yeah.
Wow.
I think at that I would have been like, you know what, I was wrong. If I was a bride, I would have been like, I was wrong, because you're taking this pretty good. Whatever. Nah, stay. Go ahead.
Yeah, that toaster I got you, that microwave. Yeah, give me that shit.
Give me that shit, man.
That's what I'm saying. But seriously, I don't think that it called for the individual.
It says a lot about her more than him.
Still bridezilla.
So the reason she did it was she didn't like the attention that he was attracting.
If she is that starved,
exactly.
And you are the bride, honey. Everybody's gonna give you.
You got
literally
your
the
own
only
time
reason
to
they're
walk
there.
down the aisle.
Everybody came to the event.
You have a groom also in the picture. So guess what? You have to share your attention.
She shouldn't have been focused. She should not have been focused on
another man.
That individual in the first place. She should have been focused on her groom. Like, oh, babe, you made this special for me. Thanks. Blah blah blah. You shouldn't have been like,
been about
hold
them,
up, who this motherfucker in the blues?
Right.
Nah, let's get him.
About their
Shoot
wedding,
him real quick.
Bang bang.
One time. One gun. One bullet.
Wow, that's interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think? Queens is in the house. Hey, Queens.
Emma is on here. What's up, babe?
But if that had anything to do
we miss you, mama.
Political stuff, then yeah, she can go fuck herself. Because I hate people.
At the same time,
She
I
just
think
needs a good
that the
talking
communication should have been there. Like, again, like communication on his part.
Was she drunk when she kicked him out by any chance?
I
don't know. I'm trying to reach for straws
I think
here because it just sounds
if the Marine had anything wrong, it would have been like, hey, if you already know you're choosing to wear your freaking blues, I would have been like, hey, get the permission.
Yeah, but
get the permission.
But then
not saying that that's a have to, but I think
fix your 2 ribbons, poop.
No, but you also have to look back and ask the Marine, like, if that was if he was an actually good family best friend, like if that was his best attire, he wanted to look at his best,
right? Because it's
for
his
best
friend's wedding.
Like that was his best attire. You can't get mad at him. He wanted to look the best for his best friend.
So
when you look at most Marines, don't know how to.
So I have a question for you guys, right? What would you have? How would you, if you were the groom, handle this situation?
No,
what would you have said if your bride said, he needs to leave. He's overshadowing.
I would have brought my focus back on her. Like, babe, look, it's already your day.
Yeah.
Why are you worried about him?
Then 2, I would not even let the bride even talk to the Marine, because 1, he's my family friend. Babe, oh, you have a problem? Okay, cool. Let me handle it. 1, it wouldn't have been blown up as it is. Like, cool. Hey, boss, can you might send her
or
back?
just make her feel bad at that instant. Be like, hey, look, if there were no Marines, you probably wouldn't able to have no damn wedding. You know, you wouldn't have damn freedom. So
Yeah, we fought for your freedom.
You fought for that dress. You shut your mouth.
So we got a comment that says, I give him props for just leaving quietly.
Yeah.
I'd have made a scene. I'd have left a big scene. Be like, you know what? Fuck
know.
y'all then. Open bar still a thing?
I would have loved saying raw and just fucking chug a beer right there. fucking
raw.
Definitely props for him for handling that way more mature than her, clearly.
All right, and it shows testament to her. It shows testament.
This
to
is
her
coming
character.
from another Marine. Granted, there are 3 sitting right here, but this Marine is a staff sergeant, and we're not going to say names, obviously. But he says only wear them if the groom is in uniform and only with her okay. So I would agree to an extent that maybe it should be something you ask beforehand, like, hey,
right.
what are the
Attire.
other men wearing?
Yes.
Are they wearing, how formal are they going? Because, you know, some weddings, they go full suit.
Yes.
Sometimes they just do a shirt and tie. And that should be a question you should ask. And if they're like, well, everybody's like super formal, then be like, well, you know, I don't have anything like that.
I'll put it this way.
Ask the
I'll put it
question.
this way.
Yeah,
like,
I agree with you, Cassie.
for me and my wife's ceremony, what we did was we made sure we made it like, hey, look, these are the colors you're wearing. I would not say a black tie optional.
Because you leave optional, I do whatever.
That sounds like, okay, you can come formal or you can come semi-formal.
Right.
You choose.
I'm going to wear a polka
You know?
dot tie.
So when I invited all of my friends, you know, because literally everyone on my side that was American, they were Marines. So it was like, hey, look, these are the colors. Wear these colors. Don't wear no damn uniform. Don't show up in no damn uniform. Easy day. No one showed up in a uniform.
I'd have called you a boot if you
I would have definitely called you. I would have called you out too before eating the cake. Like, hey, this one's for you. Boo. Gotcha. You know. So
The punishment would have been between y'all.
I think the communication should have been a little bit more tight between the groom and the bride as far as what the clothing options were. You know. So
this same staff sergeant said, he said, anyways, peace out. I'm gonna go drink and play poker.
hell yeah.
Tell Lex to enunciate.
Wow.
Oh, he called your name wrong.
Hey, how about you spell my name right? Shit.
Oh my goodness. That's love right there.
Spell my name right.
Hey, I think I know who that is.
Yeah. Hey. No. Say
Go
that
play
for
poker.
Say that for later.
This is
Because
Marine.
he's leaving us soon, so we have to.
It's got nothing to do with the fact that
Hey,
he's
hey,
leaving.
if you're leaving,
super
you
sad.
still get the same treatment. We don't give a fuck.
I'm leaving.
But you coming back?
For 4 days, and
Hey,
I'ma leave
I
it
am
alone.
glad where I'm going to be at next weekend. So I know everybody usually sees me at Club Diamond, but you know, there was
Nobody
a
ever
slight change.
sees you there. Nobody goes there.
Exactly. So now I'm back home. I'm going back home to Bailando. So all my
Mojito?
fans that was there, mojitos,
Mojito?
caipirinhas. Yeah,
Caipirinhas.
you know,
Oh, okay.
they're coming back. You know,
Oh, okay, great.
my famous hookahs.
Oh, those are dangerous. They're,
okay, great.
No, they're infamous with me.
Don't listen to
I
her.
stopped drinking
Don't listen
yesterday.
to her.
So.
Don't
We'll
listen to her.
never ever do that again.
No, don't listen to her. No.
Ever.
Nah.
I remember that night too. I remember you had.
I was like, oh, this is so smooth. It's so good. What's in there? And you're like,
Did it
no.
caught you?
Oh my god.
It caught you.
No, I'm
What
not
is in
afraid.
this?
It caught you
I
good.
was good up until, and then that's it. The rest of the night, I
Then
don't
you
remember.
just stood
Yeah,
up.
never again.
Uh,
You guys
last-
are crazy.
Last
Comment
subject
says-
we got. So this is a good, interesting one. It's a little hot.
Oh, I
little
didn't know
hot.
about this.
Wife walked in on her husband. No, excuse me, not walked in on her husband. Before I go there, wife walked in and was using her husband's laptop
Mm-hmm.
to
And she
do some
pushed
stuff.
P.
No, she didn't have to push anything. She just
Opened the
entered
screen?
keys, opened up the Safari, and bam, the porn popped up. That's the last thing he was watching. So she's all like, you know, oh, my husband watches porn. You know, he doesn't love me.
yeah.
No,
Oh my God,
oh my gosh.
no.
No, we're
Not
gonna be back to
porn.
platonic. No.
No, so
What's your
What
thoughts?
was the
all
issue?
right, my quick thought.
What was her issue with that?
problem is she's thinking, is this going to be a problem for them? Should she coming face to face? Well, obviously, I think she should. But
Coming
it's-
face to face, what?
Like
talk to him
confront
about it.
him about
Confront him
watching
about it. You know, is
Do they have a healthy
she's feeling like this is a
relationship?
replacement.
What do you think,
They have a
Chelsea?
healthy-
What do you
she
think
doesn't
about
know
porn?
if it's a replacement, pretty much.
no,
Wait, but is it because
I kind of want to
she's-
go to the article.
Oh, it was an article.
It was on Okinawa Rant.
Oh
No.
God, you should never pull topics off of
No,
there.
but-
We pulled some good ones though.
But no.
It's good.
I think it depends on like what is happening in their intimate relationship. Like, in
What
their
kind of
sexual
porn were
relationship.
they watching? I know that sounds silly, but that's
Hey.
I know the freaky stuff is out there. Yeah.
it's got nothing to do with freaky. It's,
Because,
you know,
I
maybe
mean-
he's looking for something in the style of porn that he watches that his wife is not giving him. You know,
And is this like
What if it
he's
was hentai?
spending every
Oh,
night watching porn
stop
and
it.
not giving her intimacy? Like what? There has to be more to this because I don't think that there's anything wrong with men watching porn as long as it's not primary to me, right? To our sexual relationship.
Or you
because
try to
what if
bring their,
you were
like,
just
babe, do
feeling
this.
super horny and you wanted, you know, some mental like visual stimulation and you watch whatever porn just so that you can
Chelsea, a woman, has said porn is good for both sides as long as y'all are still having a healthy sex life, and that's the question right there. Is
Bam.
are they having a healthy
Sustain.
sex
right
life?
that is that is the bottom line, right? And and remembering that, you know, the purpose of porn is really to skip all the other work that you have to do to get to that point of coming
Pleasure.
or
Hey, I'll be real.
of
Most
orgasming or
dudes
right?
watch it because
Skip
9 times
all
out of 10, you know, either you're not seeing wifey enough, or like you back to what Cass said earlier, you know, you're looking for ideas to go off of, you know,
Yeah.
or it's that pre-ejaculation before you know you go on and handle your business for the night with your significant other.
Don't want
You
nothing
don't
bad
like
to
your
happen.
round one, so you skip round one, and you know.
Don't skip round one. Have round one with
I know
your
we had this
wife.
talk.
Yeah, we
before.
had this
We
talk
had this
last
talk
week.
before.
Just
I know we had this talk
Yes,
before.
It was like last week.
I'm saying that is
I
some
know.
dudes. Some dudes.
For
are
guys,
not-
like, hey, round one, may be like 5 minutes. Like, hey, hold on, let me get right.
Okay.
Some dudes are just like, hey,
so,
look.
so
you
for
know.
the dudes that do prefer getting past
Round one off?
one, right, or round one off, whatever you call it, do you tell your partners that you do that? Do your partners know, hey, I want to take care of business because I want to
So
last
wait.
longer for you? Does that?
Like you're saying for the dudes, but see now you're asking us. Like,
Well,
you're
you guys are
assuming we the
dudes.
You're assuming we the dudes.
You
are dudes?
guys, no, we've been asking the guys, right, all the questions. That doesn't
Guys.
mean that you guys do the things I'm asking.
Disclaimer.
Porn
There
is
we
a
go.
thing with like naked people, right?
Right, whatever.
Are they full nudity?
No.
Is it full nudity or is it just
Yeah.
top?
It's just feet.
Oh.
Yes, I'm about that.
Hey, didn't we talk about foot fetish last week?
Yes, we did talk about fetishes.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord. Anyways, would that? I mean,
Do
again,
men, not
this
you
goes
guys,
back to
but
what
do
we were
men.
talking about earlier. If you ask the question, I will give you an answer. I'm not just gonna up and we're watching Netflix on the couch and like.
Or would it
What-
make you feel
if it were me,
uncomfortable,
I
If you
would
ask the
tell.
question, yeah,
Another
If
guy.
wifey asked me, I'm tell her. You know,
yeah,
hey,
like
yeah,
100%. If you
this is
ask
what
me,
I
I'll
feel
tell
like,
you the
yeah.
truth. But we're not gonna be sitting on the couch, watching Netflix and be like, oh, by the
I'm gonna
way,
be real though. If I
I
will
gotta
say
go
this.
one
I
out
will
real
say
quick.
this though. I will say this. If you're the woman and you don't want your man doing that, I would say the best way to make sure that he doesn't is just spontaneously.
We got
go
you,
get
Chelsea.
some.
We'll
You got to catch him
we'll
off
be
guard.
here to entertain you.
If
Wait,
you
wait.
you got to catch him off guard. Catch him
Right.
off guard.
Babe, come here.
That's
What do you mean catch
that's
him off
how
guard?
that's how you get our round one.
Yeah, because
That's how you get
Yeah.
our round
Mad
one.
fact.
Oh,
Like-
Mad
okay,
facts.
wait. You guys are going too fast.
No.
I need the details.
Okay,
So-
look.
okay, so if you come-
look,
Get
you're
your note
asking,
taken
you're asking this.
Ready, ladies?
You're asking this, okay? If you don't want us to, you're asking us if we,
Pay attention,
we
ladies.
talk to our missus, whoever
men.
we're with about, hey, this is what we do before we start, we start our night with you. If you don't want that to happen, okay, if you want our round one, you have to spontaneously come and get some.
Like just, hey, I'm horny. I want some.
Mm.
Okay.
Those exact words.
Example.
Exact
Not
words.
that way.
Example.
Hey, that would work.
Okay,
Example,
okay,
'cause
we have an
football
example.
season is coming up,
You gotta
right?
see how chill he is.
Football season is coming up, right?
Yeah.
If you catch us first, second quarter, that's usually like the best time because we don't really care about first, second quarter. Catch us first, second quarter, and just, babe, don't even say
So
nothing.
you mean like
Ba-
catch
don't
you
even
cold,
say nothing.
right?
Just
Catch
Yeah,
you cold.
yeah, like
Just cold.
we not even.
Ah,
It's
catch
Catch
you
us
catching.
cold.
cold.
If we're
Okay.
watching the game, we're intent like, man, this is a
Catch you
good game.
cold. Got it.
Unless
And
You
Philly
just
plays.
walk by. Just walk by.
We haven't had time to go get one off, so we sitting there with some freaking Tostitos.
Oh
and freaking
dang!
whatever.
Okay.
We sitting there with chips and queso and a beer. That's a perfect time
so
to come
catch
get us.
him cold.
Charisma says come out with just a jersey on. It depends.
Yeah.
Is it a Philadelphia Eagles jersey?
it better be.
You well, you know what? Even if it was a Dallas jersey, it's gonna come off.
Yeah.
Hey, no, but so if you wear it in the Philly,
it might be angry sex if it's a Dallas jersey. I'm just saying.
Like, well, you gonna come?
I might light you on fire.
Wear a Dallas jersey?
So wait, I'm confused because I thought that if you guys, what did you say, get one off or round one off or whatever you call it.
Whack.
I thought you guys get really tired and sleepy and you need time to recover.
Oh no.
No, that's a warm up.
Yeah.
That's a warm up.
So
Sometimes you just get bored, you know.
All right,
I will
so
say
this
this.
refractory
Kevin
stage
Hart
has
did
been
bring
a
up a good
lie
point.
for all these years.
Kevin Hart brought up a good point,
The
though.
refractory stage is a lie.
The what?
Refractory.
Not you personally.
The reproduction.
The when you guys reach orgasm and you know it's not
It's
not aroused anymore.
Are you talking about masturbation or just in general?
No, you guys are talking about orgasming before you sleep with your wives, right, or your girlfriends or whomever you're with, right, so that you can last longer.
Talking about masturbation.
Wait,
that's what I was.
Wait,
No, masturbation
with
before
the
having
intent
sex.
of finishing, or I'm so confused.
Are we talking about having masturbation before going to have sex?
That's what you said.
Yeah, that's
masturbating, but with orgasm. I mean, getting to the end of your masturbation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, don't you guys need like a refractory period where you have to recover?
Yeah.
You could jump right in.
to get some juice.
Get some juice.
Hey, we gotta go get some juice.
You want a juice? I'll take a sip. I'll take a sip.
I don't know, y'all. You
Hey, we need them electrolytes.
agree to that? Like,
Look,
is that
the
how
next
it works,
man,
man?
the next man you with, if you come out of the bathroom and
I'm
you go
gonna be
straight to the
like-
fridge and go get some juice.
He gets some
He's a
electrolytes.
He's a
Get
keeper.
ready.
just watch your man. If you come out of the bedroom and you sitting there phone closed, he come out of the bedroom going to get some juice. You know what just
He
happened?
like half naked, a little sweaty. He come in there with a carton of orange juice. You know what just happened?
You got the door.
That is your.
Body just,
That's your signal that okay, I'm about to get some.
I'm about to get some dick.
And it about to be good.
I will never look at juice again the same, I swear.
orange
Oh
juice,
my
pineapple
God.
juice, especially
pineapple juice.
Pineapple
Definitely
juice.
pineapple
Hey,
juice, right? We know about
If you know your
pineapple.
dude
If
is
he gets-
loading up for pineapple juice, it's because.
Hey, babe, you got any more pineapple juice?
Hold on, what you need pineapple juice for?
What you doing?
You've been drinking a lot of it lately.
What y'all do over here?
Pineapple juice is amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yes, anything pineapple.
Hell yeah.
All right, well, I learned
a
something
good
new
safe word.
tonight. So
There
this
you
whole
go.
excuse of like, oh, I need
See?
time.
Juice.
Juice.
Okay, so a lot of the time when men say that, and I will be completely honest, I've said this. Like sometimes you say, "Oh, I need
too.
time," and it's because like the sex wasn't that great, and you don't want to do it.
Do you
again.
think that it's
Like,
do you think there's an age
I
thing
think
too,
it's two.
or
I
at
think
the
it's two.
stage
I would
of where
say it's
you're
two
in your
variables. I would say
relationship?
it's that, and honestly,
No.
we just need some time, bro.
You do need some
That's
time,
what
but
I
at the
thought.
same
See,
time,
that's
like
what I was asking. Do
there
you
have
need
been
time?
some partners where it's like, all right, let's do it again, and then someone just like, no thanks, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around and go to sleep now.
Yeah, let's
There,
just
ladies.
cuddle.
And I
Honestly.
wonder if it makes a difference if it's somebody that you're in that euphoric stage with, or if it's somebody you've been married to for a really long time, or if it's, you know, when you're in your 20s and super.
Well, it
like,
depends.
virile and
Nah,
excited,
because you know,
or
I be
in
hungry.
your 30s and 40s.
Shit, I was married and I was in that euphoric stage up until the end of my divorce. So.
How long were you married for?
3
Yeah, that's
years.
about right. That, you know, that euphoric stage usually lasts about 2 to 3 years, and then
Yep.
after that, it's when, you know, that long-term thinking kicks in.
No, we're good right now.
That euphoria.
All right, well,
it's a
yeah.
hell of a
Babe.
drug.
Babe,
It
go-
sure is. Oh,
Babe,
my
if you're watching,
goodness.
go find you a Dallas jersey.
Yeah.
No, so you come out with a Dallas jersey, I have to light you on fire. So
That's the point.
Metaphorically speaking.
Yes, that's the point. Yes.
don't kill some
All right,
itches.
Well,
Yeah.
there you have it, ladies.
Exactly,
Yeah, for
exactly,
real.
exactly.
Hey,
Some
we got
apple
th-
juice in the fridge.
We got 30 minutes. I think people should ask questions.
Yeah,
like
hey,
anything.
Hey, open it up.
Jersey, what's up? What you got for
Hey,
us?
Jersey,
What's up
Philly.
tonight?
So Jersey
Hey, hold on.
had a really long
got Jersey,
night.
we
She
got
went
Philly,
out
we got
and
LA.
partied her ass off and stayed up to listen to
Oh,
us.
that's what's
hey,
up.
That's
we
a lot of love right
represent,
there. So I don't know if
Jersey.
she
Hey,
hasn't made any comments.
Thank y'all for those
Thank you
that
so
do
much.
listen out. Shout out to my man Sammy Smith. He actually saw me out and about last night on Gate 2 and was, you know, sending some shout outs to us saying we do a really, really good job here. So for y'all that catch us on online and, you know, we don't really see you and you catch us in the street, Hey, feel free. Like for real. If you want to drop by, if you want to come hang out with us.
If you got a question you want us to talk about on the radio, just let us know and we'll write it down.
Definitely chime in.
Shout out to Thai Med Massage. They do their thing over there. I actually went to go visit that place earlier this week, and they really do good work. They fix the cramps out in your neck and everything. So
what is that?
Thai massage. Thai Med
yeah,
massage.
But where?
It is.
They open right now.
Jersey's still in the house.
Oh.
It's located off of the 23. That's all I can say.
A shout out to Masa. He died last night, and kill him again tonight.
He's gonna die again tonight.
So
similar problem, right?
Actually, you know what? That is a great topic. I would like to talk about.
What it is?
So love, sex, and relationships, right? Let's talk more so about the relationship, not a
like girlfriend.
Yeah, not a girlfriend boyfriend relationship, but let's talk about relationships. With people of different cultures.
Yes, I thought about that.
Because I say that because if you don't know, for those of you watching, there's like 2 people watching. If you don't know, I'm getting out of the Marine Corps in 45 something. A couple days. There's a timer on my phone. But anyway, and I'm actually staying here in Okinawa, and I will be going to school in Osaka in November. So, meeting new people. Meeting old people, or keeping
fat people that eating their fries 23 minutes.
Not just relationships like that, but like building relationships with people of different cultures. I think is where we're at anyway. It's very important, and people of different cultures doesn't even have to be people from different countries. Say you could build a relationship with somebody from a different state than you, or even a different city.
And that
things
feels
are
like a different culture.
Hey,
some things are different, but
I think it's very, very essential.
Beneficial as well.
I think coming from my experience, coming from the fact that people say military brat. I was nowhere near being a brat. My dad and my mom whipped my ass, so I don't know how you call that being a brat, but I guess the whole you get to travel.
Ass for being a brat.
I guess you get to travel and go to different places, so you consider spoiled. No, I would say because I got that experience, I got to learn a lot early in life about embracing other people from wherever they come from, the type of person that they are, the type of religion they believe in, every aspect about another person. And when I looked at that compared to when we would stay in certain areas, so being in Texas for the long haul that I was there for, you get to see how trapped people get in their mindset as far as being in that environment. Like my mind was, after I leave freaking high school, I'm trying to go back to DC at that time, and then I went visit. I was like, nah, forget that, I ain't going back.
You ain't trying to stay in DC too long.
My mindset was, I want to leave. I want to go travel. I want to go do stuff. I want to go see shit. I want to go see people. And a couple of my buddies, they were like, why you want to leave Houston, man? What you mean, why? One, there's too many obese ass people here. I ain't trying to be sucked in by that. Two, I mean, I get the same lick from a lot of people that are like, hey, when you coming back? I've been out here, and it's a testament right now at this table about how much when you embrace another culture, how much you tend to do your own thing, and it betters yourself. I mean, we're all going to Wednesday Ryder's house tomorrow to go have some gumbo. Yeah. You come from somewhere, you come from somewhere, you come from somewhere, I'm from somewhere else.
And I'm excited because I've never
collectively,
had gumbo.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
We all bring
I don't
something
even know what gumbo looks like.
Cass is straight up gringo. Me and him got so much in common.
Cool.
Whenever we
You are far from gringo.
No.
We'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll talk tomorrow.
Are you gringo and you're fake Mexican? Like, is this how it goes?
No,
I'm just
kidding.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Anyway.
But it is, I think it's very essential, because when you have people that don't get out a lot, they're not exposed to it, and that leaves them under that glass ceiling. They can only go so far.
See that glass ceiling is something that, for me, moving to the United States, it was very, very difficult for me. Being obviously the color that I am, and
let me show y'all.
Let me show y'all the color.
I'm white, and moving to a different country, it's,
don't get it confused, señoritas.
He Mexican.
Ese no mexicano que tú
But it was so difficult to not only, well, you had to learn essentially learn a different culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, it's been a lot of Mexico has been westernized, but
a lot of everywhere has been westernized.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't smoke
moving
weed out here because of fucking America.
It's crazy. I've been here 11 years, and the Western influence here is
crazy, right?
Too fast, it's too rapid. And
it was a struggle for me at first, right? And then, obviously, I overcame. I'd like to think that I speak English pretty well. And then, joining the Marine Corps, going to different places. I've been all over the Middle East. I've been to a lot of Europe. I've been a little bit in Asia. And then just settling down in a country that, is very
yourself settling down in.
Settling down in. But at the same time, because of the Western influences, it's easier to adjust for me anyway. And it's actually very entertaining for me. I love learning the language. I've been studying it for, since I've been here now. Finally starting to get a little good at it. The people here are amazing. They're so kind of friendly, but they can also be really big douchebags. No names. But it's crazy to see, like, you come struggling from one culture to kind of get a grasp on it, to wanting to go out to these others and try and talk to people and have a good time. And, like, I honestly don't think that I will ever be going back to Mexico or the United States, once I finally get my foot here and settle here. I honestly think Japan is where I'll end up. And
I'm okay with that. One of the things I give props to Okinawa, right? Because they truly open the doors for diversity in culture, not just Americans. There's a ton of people here from
Ukrainian.
I've met everything from Australian to
Iranian,
Finlandian,
Detroit.
Finlandian, is that what they're called?
I don't know, but it sounds right.
I think they're called the Finnish.
Finlandians. I apologize. The Finnish. Like, I met a gentleman. I couldn't make out his accent. I couldn't make out where it was from. I knew it was European somewhere, but I couldn't. And he was from Finland, and I just thought, like, what the heck are you doing in Okinawa? That's so cool. But and
what are you doing in Okinawa?
Years ago that was not right. Exactly. Years ago, that would have never been thought of, right? And with that, saying that comes a whole bunch of other problems and other issues with, the integration of cultures. But I think that the collective mentality of Japan, I hope it preserves its culture.
I really do.
Through all, the influences that it's getting. Because in the last 11 years.
What's up, Cameron?
Holy cow, it's changed quite a bit. But yeah, I'm with you, Castle. I love meeting people from all sorts of places in the world and learning about their culture and their beliefs and their practices is so interesting.
I think one thing that is important, especially if you're American, is that it's very important for you to go out and visit some different places, because what's the biggest turnoff is, I have my right intentions. But because Americans are looked at a certain way, we're perceived a certain way, because they don't know us and they say, oh, you look American. I can't trust you, I can't do this, can't do that, blah, 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 blah. So it's important for us to get out and show them, like, hey, look, this isn't all of us, like.
That's something very big for me was, I love to talk to people. Like, I love to just sit down. So when you think about an American.
Exactly.
You think about an American, anybody from North America for the most part, because you got Mexico, you got political, all those places, right? When they just think about it for a second, we'll say 29 and under for the most part. When they go to a club or a bar, especially if they're male, what is their goal at the end of the night?
Get laid.
Get laid, to go home with somebody or to start something with somebody.
Male at any age.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I only put that down there because there are those.
Honestly, when you go out, like when I've gone out and I've hung out with some of my male Okinawan friends, like the very few that I have, that's not the angle.
That's what I was getting into.
All right, look, we just finished getting drunk as shit. Let's go eat yakiniku. Yeah.
See, that's the thing I love.
With other females as well.
Yes. See, that's the thing I love, because a lot of Americans love to go.
Are they Japanese females?
Yes.
Okay, that I think is the difference. Because I've hung out with my Okinawan friends, and I've hung out with Okinawan males, and they don't show any of that type of interest to the Okinawan females. but they
But
have
see,
to.
no,
They
that's-
like foreigners just like,
You know what I mean?
we like
I think
foreigners.
That's what I'm saying, though,
The
it's like-
permission, though, the permission in the culture is more for them to be more aggressive with me, that I'm not part of the culture, than their counterparts.
See, I love to just go in
that's
and
just
sit down.
observation, That's not like
And
fact.
you
It's
go
just
into
something
any
I observe.
izakaya, a lot of the bars around here, and
It's
a
everybody
Japanese
in a
bar.
big,
Yes,
a big
I love
You
it.
can
I
sit
love
down
it.
and
chill.
just
Yes.
talk and have a good time, and it's
I
not
love it.
worried about can I go home and sleep with this person?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
That's-
such
I
a
would
different
much
culture
rather
and
hang
I like
out
atmosphere.
with
that
a
saying it
Japanese
because like
friend.
when I do go out,
Easy.
the first few times I will go out and I would be out with the Japanese females, because you're going to the clubs that are more westernized. Their assumption is that you're only hanging out with me to get my draws. No, actually, one, you got.
I'm just trying to steal your
Honestly,
language
this is why I'm
knowledge.
going
What's
out.
up?
You got a car, and if anything, I'll sleep in the car as long as I ain't got to go back on base. Like I ain't really trying to just go back on base. It feels like prison. So by knowing you show me
Facts.
around, I can open my eyes to some new shit and I can chill. So your draws is the last thing on my damn mind. I'm actually. You say yakiniku. What the fuck is that? Can I go?
Hell yeah.
I find out for the first time what yakiniku is. I'm like, I need to find every single hot ass yakiniku spot so I can
Actually,
go to that
I
motherfucker.
can't wait.
Speaking
We
of
have to do
yakiniku-
with the group, we have to
We
do.
do.
a
Let's do
listening
that
party.
tonight. Like-
Speaking of yakiniku, me
That's a lot.
TJ, and our buddy Teddy.
Shout out Teddy. Wait,
Hell
wait till
yeah,
you come
Teddy.
back,
Hey,
motherfucker.
Teddy, I still got your shirt, by the way. No, but so me and TJ, we know just about everybody on the island for the most part. We know all the bartenders, all the DJs, and all the strippers on the island. So there was one night, a good stripper friend of ours and all of her girlfriends, and me, TJ, and Teddy, we went out to yakiniku, and there was no, let's see who we
There
can
was
take
no,
home.
like, hey,
No.
who
It
we
was
doing?
like,
It's a different
we
vibe.
It
sat
was-
down and drank,
You're hungry. I'm hungry. You want to drink? I want to drink.
and we just
And that
talked
is-
all
that is
night.
how
5
it
minutes away.
should
Let's go
be.
do it.
Yeah.
That is
You
how
know?
it should be.
It was amazing. That was probably one of my most memorable, probably one of the best nights I've had here in
That's what I love
Okinawa.
about Okinawa. Is like those are some of the most memorable times I
Hey, Lizzie.
had. Is just literally when I go out and I meet new people and I'm just hanging out with these people. Like Bailando is probably the perfect example. I met every last the main bartenders that have been there since from the jump when it was originally a different location. I met them through my wife, and I actually hang out with them more than my wife does. So, in turn, it's like, no, I could never see you that way because when I was introduced to you, one, you already knew who I was dating. Two, like I see you like a little sister, and then you introduced me to much, much more when we go out and karaoke, when we go out and go get piercings together, when we go out and do other stupid shit. It turns into, instead of, what the main goal is to get sex, it turns from that to, hey, it's all about like, let's go chill. Let's go to round one. Like there was one point where everybody at Bailando, like almost a complete staff there, we went to round one and we just had a fucking blast. Like we drank beer.
We need more of that. We need more of
Yeah,
that.
it just needs to be going out and just you
You
chill.
just have a good
want
time
that.
without the intent of going home and sleeping with somebody. Like,
Exactly.
because I mean that stuff. Like, I'm not discrediting that at all. If you want to do that, and that's
That's what you do.
I mean, I've been guilty of it in the past too. Like, there's nothing essentially wrong with it, but when you're at a club and literally fights all over Gate 2, fights happen because of that. Like
Yep.
all these clubs, like over here,
Guaranteed, that's the number
like
one.
all the fights, it's always over. Oh, you touched my girl.
Or you trying to look
you
hard
trying
in
to
front
talk
of a
to my
girl, like,
yeah. Like, bro, I'm just here
I'm
to have
gonna
a
flex
good time.
on you
Get
in
the fuck out of
my
face.
in my
That's
skinny
the thing.
tights,
Yeah.
tight ass jeans, and my tight shirt, and fuck you up in front of this.
I'll
girl.
just like to have a good time. If you ain't about it, you want to go
I'm
talk.
always having
You want
a
to
good
take your
time.
girl away. That's all right. I got no problem talking with dudes as long as they ain't weird and creepy. It's like, what's up?
Serial killer.
And I mean,
Yeah.
that's the mess up thing is that when you're kind of already set in your way, like you're out, you're going to have fun, and you got people that come and fuck that up. Like there was a point where there was one night where I went to Salsatina's, and I went with two of my homegirls, and it was more like, all right, look, I'm going down there. We're gonna go chill. We're gonna go dance and eat some steak afterwards, and that's it. That was the immediate plan. We went down there. We were having a good time, and one of my homegirls that was there already, I guess she was talking to another individual, another male, and she wasn't feeling him because she probably knew like what he was trying to do. So she looked at me like, "Hey, look, good song. Want to dance? Let's dance." I'm like, "All right, cool." We're dancing. Dance is over, and he comes over and he's like, "Yo, motherfucker, what the fuck, man? You were dancing with her." It's a salsa club. That's what the fuck you do. You dance. Like the song came on, she wanted to dance. Who are you? What? Huh? You know? And it went from that to, oh nah, fuck you up. You think you hard, motherfucker. Really, bro? First, I can tell you're fresh on this island, so it's past your curfew. You need to leave, bro. You need to leave.
It's still bedtime.
And of course, that was when I was already out, so it's like, I'm feeling like, yo, go ahead, put a hand on me. All you gotta do is call the cops and watch you get all the way and laugh at your ass. Like, you know?
Go all the way from Naha to all the way to Nago.
You know? Yeah.
It's stupid. It's stupid. It's
stupid stuff that turns into
measuring contest.
Exactly. Like,
quick
on.
Shout out to Mamita. She made it back home to Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico's in the house. Mamita, we love you. And we miss you very, very much.
Yo, we really got worldwide. Like, we are really worldwide if you look at it.
Yeah.
Like,
people are chiming
Okay,
in from,
Pitbull, calm down.
Hey, Mr. Worldwide.
all the.
Shout out to Get 'em Kicks if you're watching.
Hell yeah.
Is their location still the same?
They still got this place over here, and then they got one in Naha as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Chris, man. I know he's always watching
Hey,
us.
Chris.
Keeping a lookout for us. Shout out to everybody. Hey, if you're going out tonight, you know, it's a beautiful
Oh,
night.
it is gorgeous today.
It was gorgeous today.
All day tonight, it's feeling perfect
that
outside.
was amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We got to take you there.
Yes.
You haven't had fun, huh?
No. Not here on island.
Oh, it's
I
pretty.
know,
It's
isn't
pretty
it sad?
great.
Where'd you guys
Pretty
go?
amazing.
Kit in
We
the
can't
Hat
tell
didn't
you.
really appreciate it.
We're not gonna put it-
trying to undo his mouth from sucking on that lemon juice. He thought it was lemonade, and it strictly said
Chiquaza?
lemon juice.
Yeah,
No, I know it was
No.
lemon juice. I knew it was
No,
lemon
no,
juice.
no.
Chiquaza?
It
No,
was
you wanted
Chiquaza.
it to be
It
lemonade.
was.
I really
It
did.
was
Can't
lemon
do that.
juice. And it wasn't even that bad.
He thought it was like American lemonade, where it's like
Hey.
3 pounds of sugar in it.
Chiquaza's like
Yeah.
Was it,
But it wasn't that bad,
Noi
though.
Cafe. Noi Cafe.
Ah, dang. Okay, everybody plug your ears. You didn't hear that.
Are
They
you
don't
trying
know
to keep
where
it
to find it.
underground?
They ain't gonna
Yeah,
find
you
it.
don't even know how to spell
That's
it.
people we don't know, though.
All right, so we'll have to do
What's one of those, like,
one of those,
we're gonna have to
let's
take
get
you
together,
there.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
let
I
us
haven't
know.
had it
Let us
here.
know when you have about a 3-hour
Day.
in the afternoon.
So I am going to
go.
be on leave on island. I'm
When?
going to do pretend vacay, stay
When?
day from
And I'm gonna help her write a book.
the 5th through
Writing a
the 7th through the 12th, I think, that week. That
Of
spring
April?
break week, yeah.
Okay,
The
bet.
girls
So we gotta pick a day. We'll go out.
going to be
and we're
visiting.
gonna
So
get
and I really need help making it be staycation. And the only work we're going to do is on the book. That's
Yeah,
it.
we're writing a
Wanna write
book,
a book?
y'all.
Yeah, we are.
Hell yeah.
I wasn't told this till just now. Or did I not?
Nobody
listen last
was.
time?
Nobody, but I don't even
Don't
know
worry.
why. But you know what? Now you put it into the universe.
Yeah, you
so I
told
had
me.
to
Oh
have
wait, because her daughter was bringing it up last time. She
You
said
told
need
Bella?
to write a book. She was telling you to write a book. Yep.
Yeah.
She said you need to write a book.
Yeah, I've been hearing it a lot lately. So
You do. I mean, you hear
we're
your
gonna-
insight you give us. We sitting here.
Well, it's not that.
I
kind
don't
of
call
book,
too many
but-
people. The only other people I call are my mom and dad. That's about it. So if I'm calling you, you
I
on that
feel so
level with me.
loved.
I called mom and dad. They were just asleep, so I couldn't really talk to them. They were
I'm
asleep,
glad
so
you
I had to
called.
call you next.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna make sure you have a staycation.
Yeah, staycation. I don't, everybody's recommending
What do
that
you
I
wait?
take
So
some
what do
time,
you
like,
usually
and go to one
what
of
do you
the
usually do to
hotels.
make it not a staycation? What do you end
So
up
if I
usually
stay-
doing?
so
She
if I
probably
take
ends
a-
up working when she shouldn't be.
That I'm really bad at that. So I told my peoples I'm
So
not
we're gonna
bringing
have
my
to, like, stay
computer,
at the
not bringing
crib
my
with her.
my
You take your laptop and your cell phone
yeah,
away.
like all of it. My work phone and my work laptop is not coming with
And then
me.
your work
So
phone
I am
at
serious.
work.
Any suggestions on what I can do for a staycation? Some
Give
people
one
have
of us
said,
your work laptop and we'll secure it. Give it to Bella. Make sure she hide it.
So they're not
let
going
her
to be
touch it.
home. That's why I'm going to make it into a staycation because they're going to go visit their dad.
Oh,
So-
that's what's up.
Someone said, stay at a hotel, like go and stay at some place outside of the home.
That's
Yeah,
not, that's
you
not a
can
bad
help one
idea.
of the-
Yeah, that's good.
Go check out Ray's class at Kadena.
Right,
Go and
I
do a
haven't
lot of
done
the
that
things
in
that-
so
that-
long. Oh my god!
So I have a
scheduled
list in my
facial,
phone.
I scheduled a haircut.
Why you couldn't hear?
Just a trim, just a
So
little.
I have
okay.
I have a notes in my phone that anytime like I see something or I see a restaurant or anything, I'm like I really want to do that, but I can't find the time.
Right.
I write it down in my notes, and anytime I have downtime, I'm like,
That's what you do? That's smart.
Can I do one of these? Yeah, it's
That's smart. So I want to go around
Make
the
new
island
drinks.
and do things. So yeah, you guys make dates, and because I want to go adventuring.
deal.
And,
Deal.
and
We were talking about going to
Okuma.
Okuma actually.
Yeah, but in spring break, I think everybody's gonna be up on.
No, just to chill for the day.
Oh,
We're not.
okay,
Yeah,
I'm
we're not
down
talking
with
about
that.
like
We ain't
camping.
trying to. No, we ain't trying
Nah,
to.
they
Well,
got
actually,
they got
I told the girls, I was
mosquitoes.
like, I'm
They
gonna
might
steal a
mosquitoes.
sleeping bag. I'm gonna go buy a hammock, and I'm gonna go and spend the night on the beach in Okuma.
If you want to
'Cause
come down to the crib, let me know.
Because
We got,
the stars up on Okuma are so beautiful at
I
night.
agree.
And
I
the
got a
Milky Way was
telescope,
so like, oh
too.
my god. Okay, then, sorry guys, we're planning my staycation.
I
Do you have any
Yeah,
suggestions?
this one left.
Please make
Oh,
it
damn, I
happen.
forgot.
I'm gonna have to hit up Will. Get me some
All right,
candy.
so
Yeah.
take leave for that Monday, and we'll go up and crash at Okuma
Get some candy.
Sunday
I
night.
do got a lot of leave days to burn.
All right, let's
I'm
do
talking
it.
like
Don't be
60
late.
days.
I got leave days.
I got like
Do
60
anything
leave days to
compressed
burn,
for
and I only have 40 days left in the Marine Corps. So.
I got leave, but yeah.
Nah, he's about
You
to
got any
leave.
tattoos?
No, and it's not gonna happen.
Damn, we'll get her drunk
Oh
enough.
my
Oh,
God.
right.
No,
Why-
no,
Wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait.
no, wake up with
Wait,
me.
hold up. I just want to say, why is that always the challenge? Oh, we get her drunk enough, or oh, you don't chug beer? We get you drunk enough to chug a beer.
So you saying you need to chuck beer?
Whoa,
You need to chug a beer?
What? It's not my birthday.
It
It's
sounded
not
like
my
you felt left
No,
out. So
no. I'm just saying. Why is y'all always come to?
All right,
Like,
we'll
get
get some Patron shots.
I miss you guys too.
Good thing his bar doesn't sell Patron.
I better not be feeling any
I'll go to the
His
Sake
bar
Mart and
does.
get some.
Right?
I'll go to the Sake Mart and get some beer.
But I
Yo,
I
it'll be
do.
fun.
So Castle agreed that he was gonna make that famous mojito.
Taco?
Mojito? Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna make the famous mojito.
Did he
And-
tell you where that mojito came from?
They come from him.
Ah, okay, you're gonna make. And then there was something else.
We
that
do it a
you
little
said.
bit differently, but they're pretty similar.
His are good. His are classic. Mine are.
I love
Mine are
you
artists.
guys. You
Mine
guys
is
are
art.
awesome.
He makes his for big, like you try and fuck people up.
Yeah,
I
no,
want
not
you
the
to
goal.
sip on it.
I want to be in that like
I wanna
sweet
sip on
space
it.
where you're feeling
Frito
nice
sip.
but not fully.
Frito.
You will have to try my caipirinha.
Yes, that was what
Actually,
I remember
that
what
one
that
is
was.
untouched.
But
TJ makes
pero
it
eso
pretty
tiene
good.
pique, right? Like that's hot. Caipirinha?
No.
Is it spicy? No.
not
What is
hot.
caipirinha? I don't. Anybody know what caipirinha is?
Yes, we all do,
Yeah,
except
it's
for you,
got-
obviously.
It's shots
How
of
do you not
lime and
know?
sugar.
It's a
That's-
mojito without the mint.
Okay. Jersey, thank you for chiming in. She is finally going to crash after 24 hours of staying up with us.
Hell yeah.
Wait.
I have
We'll
to rest for
pamper you
another
one
night
day
of partying
soon.
and
That's
looking
what's
up
up.
my ex.
Oh, see,
We will
FBI.
pamper you
Hey y'all,
one
we
day
got
soon.
we got
Are
like
you going
7
to be
minutes
live
left,
next
so
week?
please
I
let
love
us
and
know the
miss you
subjects that
too.
you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
Give us some stuff that we can bring in for next week.
Yes, we
Chelsea.
are
I
going
got
to
a
be
question.
live.
Christmas.
Hold on, I got a
Still
question. I
watching.
got a question right here.
What's up?
So,
We got time for it. We got time for it.
what? Since all the guys had questions all
Oh
tonight.
dear God.
All right.
He is turning around.
Yeah, got to turn around.
Looking at me.
Hey,
He took the hat off.
no, I just
Oh,
want to know.
Lord.
So, why do like before females ever do that deep dive or just a leap of faith? Why do y'all turn into the FBI, CIA, like go dig into an individual's entire background?
So
You mean you don't?
that's not. That's
Yeah,
not
I do that shit too.
No,
Fuck.
but yes, I'll go look. I'll go see who you're associated with.
So you double standard now.
No, but they doing extra steps.
And they do go into detail a little too much. Like, well, at 10:45 yesterday morning, you were like,
I think
well, damn.
it depends. What are you talking
I'm
about
just
as far as
Latina?
deep dive? Like are you?
Like you,
What is, give me a
do
rubber
do that.
band. What?
Y'all do
What
that.
kind? What kind of deep dive, right? Because and at what level? Like if we're just starting to date you, then we definitely want to know what we're getting ourselves into.
I completely understand that.
That's kind of going back to the whole attention to detail thing.
Right?
So your Uncle
Yeah.
Ben, right?
Yeah, you start bringing. Oh, so what you do in 2015?
Oh
What
no!
did I do in 2015?
No.
Hold on.
I'm not interested
How old
in
was
your
I
life.
in 2015?
I'm not very. Okay, so let me get this right. Oh,
Keep
I'm
in
ready
mind-
for this.
keep
I'm
in
sure
mind you're a
FBI.
rarity.
Amen. Sure.
Keep in mind you're a rarity, so you know.
No, I'm not. So she says, I'm ready for this conversation. I will sure FBI a man. Save that one for next week.
Full blown investigation.
Yeah.
So I don't do a full blown investigation. If I'm dating you, you know, I really look at who you are around me, like what kind of decisions you make when you are around me, who you hang out with, that sort of stuff, like what your personality type is like.
Mm-hmm.
If you're shady, that's when I'm like, all right, let
shady
me
as
let me
fuck.
look at like his Facebook page and find out like what he's.
How do you know?
What his interests
Here's the
are.
thing,
No,
though. How do
hold
you
on,
know
hold
if a
on,
person
let
is
me
If
shady?
you like dank
No, I
memes,
No,
follow
but
me
you
on
know,
Facebook.
you talked about that woman-female intuition. Sometimes and we don't do a very good job at listening to it, but sometimes
Yeah,
we
that's a
kind of
fact.
like, know that something is not right. Right. If I do look through Facebook, it's because I want to know what you're into. You know what you've done.
Dank memes
like that. Dank memes.
Dank memes.
Let's see what else. But why? So why? That's really a question for you and that girl, and why you want to be with someone who doesn't trust you for you. And
you got your notepad? Topic for next week. Charisma says people being too clingy.
People are just are curious nowadays.
Give me some more insight on that, Charisma. What do you mean being too clingy? Give me some.
Nah, that sounds pretty. Yeah.
So
all right, y'all.
10 to 9 p.m. here. We have 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
What other questions? Okay, so definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, bring topics.
I'll keep you guys posted on Ice and Bad Boy and 30-year confessions. Oh dear.
I like. We're just gonna keep it that subject. 30-year confessions. I like that.
Confessions.
We meant to.
Yeah.
Follow up.
The bottle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jersey,
Yeah.
Jersey.
Real quick.
So,
We need that one.
He hasn't responded.
What?
I just asked her today. Yeah, I said, hey, I'm going on the radio tonight. They're
Yeah,
gonna
because we
wanna
were
know.
talking about it
Yeah.
earlier this
He has
week, and we
not.
were like,
Now,
damn, we didn't
so
bring it
at
up.
first I was like, oh my God, I'm so
I'll
sorry.
go with her.
But
What's
wait,
up? Where are we going?
You ride me?
But she said that he is known for like going underground and just not
Sounds like me.
not engaging.
Maybe he
For
want
real.
to get some stuff right with his
Sort
life.
of.
Yeah.
First.
Maybe she got on the wrong wine.
She wasn't too right. She wasn't too like shocked or surprised or anything like that. She's being super patient because I think that's just part of his character.
So-
I
So
I
wait.
applaud
I'm
her.
not patient. I'd
No,
be like,
see, I have zero patience too, so I applaud her for having patience
Yeah,
for something
I don't
like that.
have patience for
Especially
that.
after 30 years coming out with something like that. That is
and
pretty difficult.
divulging and being so vulnerable, and you're not going to give me the
Again,
courtesy
though,
of,
she did. I think she knew what the
Yes.
risks were.
Yes,
I
she
just
did.
pray that she
So
doesn't get too
that's
hurt.
why she's able to
So
be patient. If
kudos
she
to
already
her.
knew, this about him, his character, that he might go underground, whatever. She's remaining patient.
Somebody
So
get her to
still
reach
kudos
out
to her.
and watch us one night while we discuss it.
What do you mean? Like, okay,
Somebody reach out to her and let her talk to us while we're
we
on
do
the
that?
radio.
Can we-
Yeah,
Bring him on camera.
you can bring him on the
she would
camera.
totally love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would most certainly like to talk to her and get some insight into her mind and her thought process.
Indeed.
All right, there you go, Jersey. You have an invitation. We'll figure that out on how to do that with my Facebook because I get a Facebook.
We'll
person
figure it
every-
out.
Every weekend.
we got you.
got
But one more shout out to Wing King. Get those flavors.
I do
Yeah,
love
all the
Jersey.
flavors.
I've
Wings.
winking. I've never.
It's good.
It's pretty
It's
great.
good.
It's pretty
It's
great.
good. I like it.
Oh wait, 2 minutes. Is that what she meant? Like, I got allowed to join video. Okay, so this is
It,
Philly.
it should have a little thing when
Yeah.
they wave at you or when
Let's see.
they get on. It says bring them on
we're
camera.
here.
Philly's in the house. Wait,
Oh.
what does that mean? Like,
She's coming. She's gonna come to the chat.
Oh, we only have a minute and 30 seconds
we only
left.
have a
Oh,
minute
come
and 30
on.
seconds.
You
I
gotta
hope
hurry
this
back.
works. If
Next-
it works, then we can definitely do it next week.
Oh, man.
Next weekend we'll bring you on.
I'm out of like data, so it's total Wi-Fi right now.
Yeah.
It's
probably
not gonna
be
work
slow.
tonight.
It's not gonna work tonight, Mama.
Yeah.
But we will definitely try it with a little bit more time. We only have like a minute left on the show.
We'll get you on first thing next weekend.
Yeah.
I love you
Hit
guys.
us
Thanks
up.
for chiming
We love hearing from you,
in.
Jersey.
Yes.
Yeah, and I love all
Yeah.
the comments and how well you guys were engaged.
Yo, it's been a really interactive night. Yo,
Yeah.
I
It's
appreciate
beautiful.
that.
I'm about to go enjoy tonight.
And
Yeah.
hey, so since we're about to go enjoy ourselves, everybody else enjoy yourself
Yes.
as well. Be safe. Be smart. Don't do nothing too damn stupid.
Don't have
Hey.
sex because then you'll get pregnant.
Just don't
and
get
you'll
caught.
die.
All right.
Hey,
Hey, this is your boy TJ, aka Sly, signing off.
Wednesday Writer.
it's your boy Kid in the Hat.
And
It's official.
I will close it out. DJ Cass. Y'all have a great night.
It's the heat
Yeah.
over now. We are out.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Mwah.